Alright, well, we're back to melting finally. Gonna melt down a couple ingots, a couple other scrap parts, and we're gonna actually try to pour a mold today. A bunch of them, little ones. I'll show you. Alright, well, here's what we got. Neat little deer skull and antlers. It's a regular little skull. It's kind of a... These things are very small. You can see how small they are compared to my fingers there, I guess, but... Then just some standard shapes, heart, star, cross. But I do got some borax now, so I'm going to throw that in there while it's when it's melted, and try to get more of the impurities out so that when we cast it should flow into all these little crevices and stuff just fine. And hopefully when we flip them over and dump them out of the mold, they actually look halfway decent. But we'll see. First time attempting this. Alright, we're up and going. Just let this thing warm up a little bit before we give her all the beans and really get it warm. Really wish you could see in there better, but through the lens it's a little bit dark still, but there's definitely some molten aluminum. You can see maybe one shiny spot there moving around. Maybe we'll just pop the top. See it from the with a little light in there. It's a little better. Still obviously warming up, but you can see that part there on the right is definitely pretty deformed because it's getting real soft. Oh yeah. Alright, close it up. Toss in. Definitely got to use the tongs at this point. That's starting to fall in there. Little cast pieces melt pretty darn quick once everything's hot. Whoops. I can keep the camera still. Just kind of sliding off that ingot, which that ingot's got to be getting pretty close to falling in too. Alright, sun decided I want to come out now to see how this is looking. Oh yeah, we're all melted down. Grab the spoon. I haven't put any of the borax in yet. Plan to here in a minute. Just didn't know if it'd be better to get out what I could of the impurities now. I don't know. Figure it can't hurt. It's tough to do one-handed though. Get some borax on the spoon and put it in, I guess. Alright, I really have no idea how much to put in, so we're just gonna, I don't know, tablespoon or so. It's looking pretty good. I don't know. I don't know where the impurities are, if there are any. Maybe stuck to the spoon. Sorry, can't keep that in the center while I'm working on it, apparently. I don't know, I think knock some of this junk off. Yeah, there you go. There's some of the impurities stuck to the spoon. See if any of it will come off. Sure, this will go fine.
You too far back.
Probably.
You want me to move that thing forward a little bit?
Oh.
You're burning through your table now.
Just metal. Smaller crucible would come in handy.
Don't you have a small one?
Nope. I can see that's not filling in.
Huh?
I can see that's not filling that whole mold in.
Yeah.
This is not going very well. Guess I need my channel locks. Really thought they'd come out of the molds easier, but
What's wrong with it?
oh, there it goes. See if we can hit these again, or if I'm gonna have to warm that metal back up. Still molten, but it's like we got a film on top. This one's leaning back, so it didn't fill in the front.
They look kind of cool though.
No, that one's on the ground. Let's see if we can get two of these, maybe. It's leaning way back though, so it's going to be the same issue. There we go. It's flatter up here. Same problem. Too late. Well, a better setup would obviously go a long way. I mean, I think these molds are only going to be so good anyway, but I still want to get a decent deer head going. The skulls are kind of cool, you know, cut them down or whatever. And star and heart, and I don't know. Figure out something for them, I guess. Well, I'm definitely holding back some frustration at the moment. I think we're going to put the metal back in the furnace and get it back up so it flows a little better. At least it seems to be pretty clean. We'll put our chunks in there, melt them back down. Yeah, I think it'd be pretty key to get a smaller crucible to pour a little easier. But this is what I got, so that's what we're using. Alright, ran out of storage, so just had to delete some stuff. But anyway, these are the last two I was just gonna take out of the mold. I guess they're probably the best ones. The skull definitely turned out almost complete. A little bit of the jaw didn't fill in great. You had to really look kind of close at them. So I don't know. This is trial and error for the moment. So at least while I have some patience. So I'm gonna pick through these, see what's worth saving. Maybe keep a little bit for show and tell on what not to do, and then we'll melt the rest of this down. It's starting to solidify in there. I gotta get back in the furnace, but we'll just pour it in the big ingot and we'll have it to try again later, hopefully with some bigger molds. Alright, time to pour the big ingot. Well, that's going good already. That's it. Alright, so I don't know if this is a complete epic failure, but we did learn a little bit. Learned I'm anxious for the anthills and not so much the molds, or at least such small molds. I think part of it will be getting a smaller crucible. It's a little more manageable, to handle. But I put the borax and everything, and I think that ingot looks a lot cleaner than the other ones. See how good this will focus, but I mean, the metal looks pretty darn good. Not perfect, but let's see. And that heart there is actually pretty clean. But yeah, so anyway, we'll end that here. I'll let that ingot cool down. I'll get it out of the mold and put it back in the stockpile. Let's see how much of the stuff that poured on the ground flipped over is full of rock and cinder, and it's probably junk now, but not a big deal. You can see how it landed on a piece of blacktop and actually melted the the oils and stuff that's in it. So that's what's all embedded in that aluminum now. So it's gonna be not even worth putting in the crucible. Yeah. So oh well. What are you gonna do? All right. So I guess that's where we'll end it, and hopefully the next time we're melting aluminum, it's to pour in an anthill.